Okay, today I'm going to show you how to cut an IKEA Roman shade down to fit the size of my windows in the back of the van. So it comes in different sizes, which is great for standard windows in your house, but mine's pretty small. So all I'm going to do is take this already made curtain and cut it down to the length that I need, which is 24 inches. So I start by doing that. I'm going to start by measuring 24 inches. This might be easier. Hopefully you can see that. So by measuring here, 24 inches is how long my curtain is going to be. And then cutting a little slit down the side to get this rod out. This rod, which is so nice. The rod is just plastic, but it has magnetic strip in it too. So I don't know how, but it just snaps right off. So you get it to the length you want it, then you bend it and it snaps right off. So here's my piece. See, they're sticking together, they're magnetic, which is great. Oh, I see oh, the magnets are right there, which is, it's amazing when you take things apart and see how they work. So the magnetic strips stick together, so when you roll it up, it stays up. I'm also going to make two ribbon type, what would you call them? Closures? Anyway, I'm going to take two ribbons and tie them up so when I'm traveling, the magnets might come apart. This way they'll stay nice and tight. So pull out the plastic, break it to where you need it, slide it back in. And then I'm going to do that up the whole length of the curtain, which I've already done. So just showing you one so you know what I have done here. And slide it all the way back in to the end. And then I'm going to, so I've done all the panels all the way up. Now 24 inches from the end. I want to leave at least an inch for seam allowance where, like on the other video, you fold it and then you put the seam right on top of it so it will match this seam. If you can see that. So that's how I'll be folding this side after I close it. So 24 inches is here, here's 25. So I'm gonna go I always like to have more so I can mess up. Is that anticipating a mess up? I should just anticipate doing it right. So I'm going to just cut it right here at 26, which will give me 2 inches to fold over and a little wiggle room for I don't want a lot of wiggle room because it's kind of the area in which I'm putting this curtain doesn't have a lot of wiggle room. So there's a lot of ways you can measure. I'm eyeballing it because I'm working with fabric. I'm learning that when you're working with wood, you cannot eyeball so much. The outcome does not work in your favor. But with fabric, actually, for me, you can do that and it works fine. So see this extra strip here? I'm going to probably turn this into the ribbon that I wrap around to hold it up once it's all up. Possibly. Unless I can find some cute fabric I like better, but I also am trying to do this so it'll look nice, and that way it'll look like it's made with the curtain. All right, so I'm just going to continue all the way up, and then I'll just take my sewing machine and sew all the way up, and then I'll get back to it. I'll get to it, and then I'll get back to you. Okay. Okay, so for today's project, I'm working on the picture frame, and this picture frame is going to go in the door of my laundry chute. So I'm just using a regular picture frame, and I took out, the backing. I'm going to leave the glass in, and I'm going to super glue the glass. Not super glue, I'm going to hot glue the glass in, like so. Popping the glass out, putting a trim of hot glue right around the edges. Trying not to over glue it because I don't want the glue to stick out the other side. Putting the glass back in. This way the glass won't rattle while I'm driving. So it's been super glued in, or sorry, not super glued, hot glued in. And I'll take this out. So I'm going to be able to slide my picture that I paint or draw just straight down inside here. So I'll need to put a little shim here just to keep the frame away from my board a little bit. That way I can slide paper right down inside it. So I'll have a little gap about like that, so I can slide down my whatever artwork I want to put in there, and then I will nail it to the cover of my laundry chute and my blanket cabinet. All right, that's today's project. I'll get to it.